What's up, CP Nation? Listen, are you guys tired of feeling skinny? You hate the way you feel in clothes? Your clothes always feel baggy all the time? Listen, I'm gonna give you guys tips to really help build muscle, and we're gonna do this not by eating Chipotle once a day, thinking that's gonna help us gain muscle.
Wow, man. Damn.
And listen, guys, I used to be one of the smallest kids in high school. I literally graduated high school 135 pounds. I was one of the smallest kids on the football team. So I get it. I've been there. And I'm not saying that you have to just eat chicken and broccoli and rice to really build mass. That's why I want you guys to follow me along as I go inside the kitchen and listen to these tips that I'm going to provide. And make sure you stay to the end, because you're going to need each and every one of these tips to really help build that mass and gain that size and have that ideal body that you want. Let's get straight into it. Step one, guys, listen, so more calories doesn't always mean that you're gonna gain muscle mass. This is something that I used to always do, and I had to learn from my mistakes. I used to overshoot, and I would consume 4,000 calories just to gain size. And what I realized at the end of my bulk is I had gained a lot of fat. I had a lot of fat around my tummy. So I always recommend doing a lean bulk. A lot of us are just, giving ourselves a pass on these bulks. And the number one mistake that we're doing is we think that because we're trying to gain weight, it's okay to eat Chipotle, Kava, Popeyes. No, we want to eat nutrient dense foods. We still want to have steak, chicken breast, and salmon, and other proteins. The thing here, if you overconsume your calories and you start gaining 3, 4, 5 pounds a week, you're going to gain so much fat. And that when you finally decide to cut back and lean back out, you would have lost all the muscle that you gained. You're gonna realize that all the weight you gained was really fat. Yes, when you're bulky, you wanna increase your calories, but you don't wanna increase your calories so high and eat a bunch of processed foods that you're just gaining a ton of fat. A general rule of thumb is you wanna make sure you're aiming to gain anywhere from 2 to 4 pounds a month. If you're being conservative, just 2 pounds a month, nice, healthy, lean muscle gain, and that'll really be ideal to really help gain weight. So in order to gain weight, we have to understand what our calorie maintenance is, because we need to be in a calorie surplus. I'll provide a link in the description below where you can enter in your height and your weight, and it's gonna give you a breakdown of your macros. And your macros is just your protein, carbs, and fats. So once you understand what your maintenance is, then you can know how high you should go. Another way to get your calorie surplus and understand how high above maintenance you need to be to gain muscle is to multiply your body weight by 15. And then from there, go into a calorie surplus of anywhere from 200 to 400. I recommend if you're a beginner, you're gonna be in the gym really pushing yourself, so that's gonna allow for great muscle gain, so you consume 400 calories over your maintenance. If you're experienced, you have a little bit of experience in the gym, and you're used to lifting weights, progressive overload and training isn't gonna shock your body as much. You wanna be cautious when you're doing this lean bulk and just consume about 200 calories. So that way you're making sure you're gaining healthy weight. Now, guys, this is very important. You also want to make sure that you're focusing on the most important macronutrient, and that's your protein. No one tells you that. Your protein is the most important macronutrient. And if you realize when you go to a lot of these stores, when you go to eat out in these restaurants, they'll give you a bunch of carbs, they'll give you a bunch of rice, they'll give you a bunch of bread. So for protein, we really want to make sure we're consuming at least 1 gram of protein per body weight. I like to shoot on the high side. I like to go for 1.2 grams of protein. So just an easy rule of thumb, if you're 150 pounds, you want to make sure that you're consuming 150 to 175 grams of protein. So you need to understand that carbs are important, as they help give you energy to help you lift weights in the gym and help you gain muscle, because you need the carbs for energy to lift heavier weights, which is going to ultimately help you increase your muscle mass. But you don't want to overshoot on your carbs. So once you get your protein intake, the remainder of that can go towards your carbs and your fats. So you want to ensure that your fats are about 20% of your macro breakdown. Just to be more specific with the fats and give you a number breakdown for the fats, you want to be anywhere from 0.25 to 0.55 grams of protein per your body weight. So once you do those two calculations for your protein and for your fats, that's when the remainder of that can go to your carbs. So that's like an easy breakdown so you guys can understand your macronutrients, because you really need to hit your macronutrients to gain this lean muscle mass. A lot of you guys are overshooting on your macronutrients and not consuming enough protein and actually consuming more carbs and fats. So we really want to make sure that we're in an appropriate macro breakdown to hit those numbers each and every day, and that's how you're going to get the results, guys. And also, guys, if you're confused, if you've never worked out before and fitness is so new to you, I can provide you guys with my free fitness ebook. It's a free fitness ebook. What it's going to do is going to give you a breakdown of your macros. It's going to tell you different food options, and also it's going to provide you with a 3-month fitness plan of exercise you can do at home just to get in shape. I know a lot of us are shy. We got stomachs, we got chest, all that. So this is going to be a free fitness ebook that I highly recommend, and it's going to get you started, so when you finally do decide to make that leap to the gym, you can get there. And also, I understand people who are busy and just don't have time to even get to the gym. So make sure you guys email me the word ebook at contentperformance@gmail.com, and the email is in the description below. liquid calories. So just for example, the average male calorie maintenance is 2,500. So a calorie surplus to gain weight will be at least 200 to 400 calories. So for this example, we're gonna say that this male needs to consume 2,800, which is 300 above his maintenance. You guys, you can consume a lot of calories via liquid, and the appropriate liquid. I'm not talking about liquor when we're on vacation. I used to consume a lot of calories through my shakes because that would allow me not to feel as satiated, meaning full. You know, when I was consuming all my foods naturally, it was very, very challenging for me to eat all that protein because nutrient-dense food has a higher volume compared to processed food. Like one burger at McDonald's is like 500, 600 calories versus 500, 600 calories of nutrient-dense food will be a whole plate, a whole serving. Whenever I used to make my shakes, I would also use natural foods. So I would blend up different foods in the blender such as oats, frozen bananas and strawberries, peanut butter for my healthy fats, whey protein as the main source, dairy milk, and cinnamon for the taste. I'm gonna show you guys the specific brand of protein that I use to really help gain mass when we go inside the kitchen. It's a great supplement known as Legion. That's how I was able to really gain a lot of my lean mass. It's great, the taste is incredible, so stay tuned for that. I mix it in my shakes all the time. We have our alternate protein options. So yes, guys, as I mentioned earlier, we talked about Chipotle and Popeyes. Those are not good, healthy protein sources. So typically you hear a lot of people say, oh, chicken, broccoli, rice is how I got in shape. But we're gonna discuss different options that are healthy, such as 1 cup of lentils, baked chicken, 4 ounces, 1 cup of rice, half a cup of zucchini, turkey burgers. Lentils aren't the best source of amino acids, so you see I mixed in the rice in there because that'll be a great source for amino acids to really help build muscle. Another alternative is spinach mushrooms, 4 plain rice cakes, 2 large eggs, half an egg white, and a banana. Multiple studies show that mix of protein and carbohydrate produces significantly greater levels of protein synthesis. Also, guys, before you work out, make sure you get some carbs in you to help you fuel so you can push that weight around. Something you can do is easy consume some rice cakes. Those are easy grab and go when you're in a rush, so that way you can get some carbs in you so you can push some weight around, because you don't want to go to the gym on an empty stomach. You're not going to get strong like that. You're not going to build muscle like that. Now, as far as eggs are high in fats, but studies show 42% greater muscle protein synthesis, which is great for muscle gain compared to egg whites. So if you're really trying to gain mass during your bulk, you can just use whole eggs versus egg whites. Okay guys, so those are some quick tips that I use. Now we're actually gonna go inside the kitchen and I'm gonna show you guys how I weigh my food and how I track my calories and the apps that I use. Let's head straight into it. So now we're inside the kitchen, we gotta start off with our essentials. So listen, first things first, we gotta talk about the food scale. What we doing if we're not talking about the food scale? This is how you're gonna weigh all your food. I use this for every single one of my meals, and this is how I make sure I track my macros. Listen guys, if you wanna get those gains, you have to track your food each and every day. After a while, it'll become easier and you might be able to eyeball certain things, but you really wanna make sure you're using a food scale. This is in the description below. So make sure you click the description below. This is about 10, 15 bucks. So you really wanna make sure you grab this. I was able to really put on a lot of mass when I did that. Something else that I also do, guys, is protein. I'm very busy. I'm shooting content, meeting with different people, and I also work a 9-to-5 job where I'm at the computer all the time. So a lot of times I don't have time to always eat a meal, so I need my protein supplement. This is New Legion protein supplement. This is the cinnamon cereal flavor. The taste is incredible, guys. This can mix with water, and this can also mix with milk, so I highly recommend this. The link to this will be in the description below, so you really want to make sure that you get those, guys. Highly recommend, must do. Now I'm going to show you guys a breakdown of my food. All right, guys, so we got all the food ready, and like this is what you need. Right here, we got the chicken, we got the rice, we got the potatoes, everything right here. We got the food scale that we're gonna put it on. But the most important thing I've been talking about was tracking your food. So you wanna make sure that you use the apps such as MyFitnessPal. Let me know if you guys can see that. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll put a breakdown of my macronutrients for someone who's on a calorie surplus of 2,800. But I'm gonna show you guys one meal, so check it out. We wanna make sure that, boom, we put the plate on the scale first. So something simple, just 8 ounces of chicken, boom. That's about 8.5 right there. Boom, with a scoop of rice, guys. Something easy that you can do. And also, and if you know, you can have some sriracha hot sauce. This is 0 calories. So this is some good stuff right here. Easy for you to consume. Yes, guys, so that's what one of my portions will look like. It'll be some chicken breast, some rice, and then I'll throw in some different things like asparagus and also carrots. I love carrots just for the vegetables. And guys, listen, that's a lot healthier. You know, that's a lot cleaner. The problem is when you go to places like Chipotle, you don't know what's in the food. You don't know the oils in there. So that's the whole point of why we're cooking and we're meal prepping. And also, guys, just having different options. You know, you don't have to do brown rice because brown rice can be boring. You can do different things such as like potatoes. These are organic red potatoes, guys, and they're so crispy. I make them myself. Like, just to let you know, this is the batch right here. Boom, I chop it up myself, and then I bake it for about 45 minutes. And also, guys, you can have some avocados for your healthy fats. These are fire. These are great to use. So there's so many different healthy alternatives. And lastly, I wouldn't be helping you guys out if I didn't show you guys another supplement. And that's right here, this creatine. Creatine is a great supplement, and I promise you, you will not gain weight if you do not use creatine. Creatine has been game changing for me. It gives me even more energy to really build muscle and pack on size. So I highly recommend using creatine. Remind you now, for all these supplements, for my Legion supplements, Legion has a great creatine supplement as well, and they give it to you in gummy form, so it tastes like gummies. And the best part about it is, if you use the word Chief, if you use it at the checkout, you'll get 20% off everything, and that's to help you guys out. And listen, I've been rocking with Legion for a while. Their supplements are the best that I've had. The taste is incredible. So make sure you guys tap in. You really want to make sure that you have your protein shake and you have your creatine and your food scale. Those are the staples right there to really put that mass on, along with tracking your food, guys, and having healthy alternative options. Also, something else you could do. I was being fat a little bit earlier, so I ran out of turkey burgers. But I did have some turkey burgers that I was gonna show y'all, but I ate them already. But yeah, you can do turkey burgers. Salmon is another great alternative, guys. So there's just so many things that you can incorporate to really help get fit, guys. But yes, these are great healthy meals. Whenever I'm in a rush, my go-to, and this is something I enjoy eating and I look for. Whenever I wake up in the morning, I'm always hungry, and this is what I really enjoy eating. And that's bananas and oats, guys. Bananas are great. So when you guys are having cravings, even if it's late at night and you want to eat some candy, you want to eat something, have a banana, guys. You can replace that with sugar. Now, you don't want to have too many bananas because bananas have 14 grams of sugar. But even though they're natural sugars, you still don't want to consume too much sugar. But yes, guys, this is packed with carbs right here. These are oats, so you can have a scoop of oats with the banana, guys. The thing goes crazy every time. So I highly recommend that for breakfast. I eat that every morning for breakfast. Like every morning, religiously, I have my banana and oats because that's my go-to. So yes, guys, these are the foods that I've eaten to really help gain muscle. So let's conclude it. Yes, sir. So those are the tips and tricks that I use to really help gain muscle. So listen, whenever you're in a bulk, that doesn't mean you just want to eat everything in sight. You don't want to just be going to the gas station and eating out all the time and being a 1,000 calorie surplus. No, you really want to be anywhere from 200 to 400 calories in a surplus, and you want to be consuming anywhere from 1 gram of protein to 1.2 grams of protein, and keeping your fats low, 0.25 to 0.55 grams per body weight, and the rest will go to your carbs, guys. So doing those macro breakdown and making sure you're hitting that number each and every day, along with weight training. I'm gonna provide you guys with a free fitness ebook. All you have to do is email me the word ebook at contentperformance@gmail.com, and the email is in the description below, guys. That's how you're gonna really get the results, by having a scientific plan mapped out for you, and it's a body weight ebook to help get you started. And make sure you guys invest in the supplements. I highly recommend getting the Legion supplements and the creatine gummies from Legion as well. Also use the code word Chief. Everything will be in the description below. I'll provide the link and you can get 20% off. And this is just for you guys because I really want you guys to get fit. So we're on our journey and we're building it up. And lastly, but most importantly, make sure you guys get that food scale. The link for that is in the description below as well. That's about 10-15 bucks, guys. I highly recommend it. Listen, guys, you can have the body you want. All you have to do is put the work in and listen to these tips, and make sure you guys subscribe to the page and hit that notification button. And if everything was a lot and if it was overwhelming, that's okay. You know, just take bits and pieces, start somewhere. So even if you're going to start with just investing in a food scale, or if you're going to start with just investing in supplements, start somewhere and work your way up, guys. But yeah, man, I'm pumped up, man. CP Nation, man, don't forget to subscribe. We locked in, and I'm gonna keep these videos coming. Make sure you guys hit that notification button as I have YouTube lives and videos each and every day. So CP Nation, we out.